Hello, it's Rachel Kiran Ireland, and I have an exercise I'd like to share with you today. I like to call it the eMotion breath because it's all about moving emotions. Sometimes feelings get stuck because maybe we've been pushing it down and stuffing it in a box for a while, pushing it away, don't want to feel that. There are times when it's just not appropriate or even safe to express and emote all over the place. And that's okay. That's part of being social animals. But so if you put it aside temporarily, you got to remember to come back. And if you have trouble getting back to it, this breath is really a great exercise for moving it up. Sometimes I get this vague sense of anxiety, and it's not a premonition, and it's not related to the 5 million things out there in the world right now that are reasons to be anxious. It's just a free floating sense that something terrible is about to happen. Sometimes it kind of reminds me of when I was a little girl and maybe I did something I knew I was going to get in trouble for, but no one had discovered it yet. And so there's this impending sense of I'm about to get in trouble at any minute. What I found is that that feeling is invariably a sign that there is some emotion that needs to rise up so that I can process it. So that's what this exercise is for. It's basically 20 connected breaths. As soon as you breathe in and there's no more air coming in, then you go straight to the out breath. And as soon as you breathe out and there's no more air coming out, then you go straight back to the in breath. So you don't pause at the beginning or the end of a breath. Just straight in and out. We'll do 4 quick, forceful, pulling air into the abdomen, and then and the abdomen expands like a balloon as it fills up with air. So pull it into the abdomen and then immediately push it back out. And at that point, the belly is going to come back in toward your spine and force the air out. 4 of those, in and out, and then 1 slow, really, really big, huge breath. You pull in as much as you can to the abdomen, expanding. The ribs will come out, and even the upper chest is going to rise up toward your chin. You pull as much air as you can get into your whole body. And then as soon as you can't get any more, you just completely let go, relax, and all your muscles go limp. And that's why you want to be in a comfortable position so you don't fall over. So you do the 4 quick, the 1 slow, that's 5, and you do all of those a total of 4 times for a total of 20 breaths. And yeah, in through the nose or the mouth, but you don't switch back and forth. So the whole thing is through the nose or the whole thing is through the mouth. Doesn't matter which, but you don't change. And okay, so here's what it looks like. I'm going to lean back so I won't fall over. It's a good idea to put your hands on your belly if you aren't practiced at doing abdominal breath, so that you can feel that belly coming up when you inhale, going back down when you exhale. So here goes. And then at the end, just let yourself breathe a few breaths that feel really comfortable and just natural and easy and effortless. So, and it feels kind of nice. After that, now you've done the breath, you've got 3 things to do, and this is the emotional work. You're going to feel it, express it, and integrate it. So the feeling part You might feel a wave of emotion come up as soon as you're done with the exercise. Or you might not feel anything in particular. I usually feel kind of just like relaxed and good for a minute. But sometimes you don't feel anything other than that for maybe 3 days. Do the exercise every day. Don't do it more than once, though. Even if you're not noticing anything, it's okay. Just keep it up. It's possible to like overwhelm yourself, and you don't want to do that. Just to, like little bites that we can manage day by day. So, but when it comes up, might be like sudden wave of like, oh, I'm feeling all this anger. Oh, wow. Um, if you're in the habit of pushing that stuff down, you might catch yourself like, but catch yourself and don't do that. Just like, okay, I'm gonna feel this. Sometimes it's scary, but it can't hurt you. Just like allow yourself to feel it. Allow it to be in you and move through you. It's important to keep it moving. Don't push it down. Don't push it away. Just let it move on through you. Feel it. Then you express it. Sometimes the expression is as simple as, oh, I'm feeling sadness right now. And like maybe I'm in the grocery store, like going down the aisle, and I might keep it simple like that. Just like quietly say out loud to myself, I'm feeling sadness right now. And of course, if you have a mask on, nobody will even know you're saying anything. If you are in a like different kind of space, maybe you're good to like yell or cry, or you have to express it though. Sometimes people like to just go outside and stomp on the ground if you're really angry, because that's a really good way to dispel your angry energy. Some people like to write a letter. If you do, can I suggest do not send it? You can at least hold it for a couple days till you're not immersed in that energy anymore. And maybe you won't want to send it anymore. But it's really not about the other person and what they did and how they react or whether they apologize. This is just about you and your own feelings. So you don't need to tell that or share it with other people unless you really want to. But you do need to express it in some way. Also, journaling is a good way to express it. Third, integrate. And this part, you don't actually have to actively do anything. That's the easy part. But it's good to know that where some people think like, oh, you release your feelings and they just fly away and they're gone. Goodbye, thanks, don't come back. It's not usually that way. It can be sometimes that just kind of dissipates and then you're free. And that's really cool. But other times it doesn't leave. It kind of stays and it integrates into who you are. It becomes part of your character. It's kind of woven into you. And maybe that's not how you want things necessarily, but it can be a really good thing, because when you are no longer like pushing something away or pushing it down, pretending that you feel, or something you don't feel, that you pretending that you are something you're not, when you're no longer doing that, you find you have all this emotional energy that is yours to access and to use, and you can speak with greater authority and clarity, and you can command respect when you speak that people might not give you otherwise. So if you feel like some feelings are moving in you, not necessarily leaving, that can be a really good thing. Don't be afraid of that. Just don't try to push it or do anything with it. Just let the process happen, and it can be a really good thing. One last thing I want to say about emotions. If you don't feel your emotions, like you shut yourself down, you put it away, you push it away, I don't want to feel that grief. I'm not going to feel that anger. It's a very natural thing to want to do, but it doesn't take very long before you can't feel anything, because we can't pick and choose. So when you get to that can't feel anything, it's kind of it's not really living. It's not being fully human, because feelings are human, and we know that it's just part of the human package. We don't know for certain that there's anything more than this here now. So we'll probably have plenty of time to feel nothing. So while we're here and being human, let's embrace the full human experience and all the feelings that we get to have here now. So there's the exercise, 20 connected breaths, the 3 things you do: feel, express, and integrate. And I would love to hear if you have any experiences you want to share from this exercise. Leave a comment in the comments below. You're also invited to subscribe to this channel for more tools and strategies for living in your power in interesting times. And thank you to Kiran Ireland for wonderful camera work today. Bye.